Hello viewers, my name is Ashish Mali and in this video I am going to demonstrate my latest project Battle Prediction ML Pokédex web app, which is actually an improved version of my original final year project. Back then the original project had quite a few flaws which I only realized later on. It mainly served as a proof of concept at the time, but now I have taken the opportunity to rework on it, fix the issues, and turn it into something much more refined and functional. Let's deep dive into it. This is my end-to-end machine learning project. It is connected with a backend Supabase service which uses PostgreSQL. I have created users tables where I store their ID, username, email, and password in encrypted format for user level security. I will show you the authentication system I created. I will try to log in with an credential which is not registered yet. See, it successfully showed login unsuccessful. Let me sign up first and then try to log in. As you can see, the account has been created. Now we will be able to log in. I will write the credentials and we will be redirected to our dashboard. Now in this project I have used images and animations, and I have not included their files, but I have given their links in the dataset. I will explore you the dataset which I have created personally by merging two databases I found which were useful. We can explore each Pokemon's attributes like HP attack, defense, special attack, defense, height, generation, whether they are legendary or not, and I have given advanced real-time filtering options. Like if we only have to see the legendary Pokemons, then we can see them. And the main purpose behind my project was to incorporate it with ML, and I have created a ML model where based on its attributes Pokemon will battle each other and the model will predict which Pokemon will win. And in this model I have used random forest model for classification. Let's battle two simple Pokemons as a demonstration. Pokemon 1, Bulbasaur, it's a grass type Pokemon, and the second Pokemon is Charmander, it's a fire type Pokemon. As we can logically see, the fire must beat grass, so Charmander should win. And based on my model, it says Charmander will win and its confidence is 80%. Now to tell you why I created this latest project is to overcome the challenges I had in my original project. As you can see, my original project did not have any particular UI UX. It only gave Pokemon labels and a very plain UI for battling them. Well, it actually affected my score as it was served as a project in my final year, and the second major drawback was its accuracy. It was suspiciously very high, and the reason I found out later because of my silly mistake of data preprocessing. I will talk on it later. And the main reason I created my improved project is to change its database. Well, in the original project I used Render's free PostgreSQL tier which only offered free service till 30 days. it could have been bad if I had deployed it and tried to share it with everybody, because after the 30-day free trial it could have crashed my server. So in my latest project I have used Superbase to register service of users and their email and password. Now let me tell you the dataset I have used in my project. For this particular project I have used a JSON file format. I could have also done it with CSV file, but I preferred JSON format. I will share all about the dataset link and in the YouTube description. You can check it out there. In there you will be seeing all the dataset information, metadata, from which dataset I have collected and merged into my own data. Its usability is 10, pretty decent. And let me show what I have collected from other data. For the till ID to legendary, I have used this Vidal Caves data, where you can see its ID, Pokemon name, type 1, type 2, HP, attack, defense, special attack, special defense, speed. This is generation and this is legendary. All 17 columns I have merged into my own dataset. Then height, width, base experience and spirit, I have collected it from this repo. I don't know from where he have collected, he have not mentioned, but I have used its height, weight, base experience and spirit. It basically gives me the static images and dynamic animations link. I have used it and merged it in my own dataset. I have also made a CSV file, but I preferred working with the JSON. I'll be sharing this in the description. You can check out my dataset. And I have also pinned my own model notebook, how I create the model. You can refer it and see all the steps pre-processing I have done to create the model for 75 accuracy. And to tell you about my past mistake in my original project, as you know that machine do not understand data other than numeric format, and in my original project I have simply just used this plain statistical data of Vidal's Cave, which had only numeric data, no other numeric and object data, no images or no animations, a simple data. And in one step where I have to convert this types Pokemon, which was in string or object for machine, to a numeric, I have used median target, which checks the occurrences of each type, how many times. Just imagine this grass has occurred and will replace with all the grass with its mean occurrences. So what I had done is, before splitting the data into training and testing, I have already converted it in numeric. So implicitly the machine already understands how many times the data has occurred. So while training the data, machine has already know how many times which has occurred. That this phenomena is called data leakage, where machine is already have known how many types is all types have occurred. That led to the 95% accuracy. I realized it later, but for the project sake I have kept it. But in this my latest project I have obtained 75 accuracy, and in here I have not used median occurrences type conversion. I have simply used label encoding. Let me show you label encoding, where I have given each label such as bug type, normal type, fairy type a particular label. And this label encoding is specially used with trees and other techniques I have used, which is good for trees. That's why I have preferred random forest tree based model for machine learning. You can read all about this in my dataset in my Kaggle profile. I will be giving it in my description. If you didn't understand or you want to ask me question, you can comment. I will reply them. While creating this project, I have faced many problems and come up with many different solutions. I'll be sharing it with you by the video's description, but I have also provided some resources which I came up while developing, such as I have given the link of notebook, dataset and a Medium blog. Please refer to my Medium blog and give me likes or whatever it has. Today I'll be sharing another blog of my experience. This is the blog of tree based model and their benefits I have encountered and realized while creating the model, that how trees are much more efficient and smarter than other models. Definitely they also have some their drawbacks, and I have given a about me page about my project which dealt with all about the dataset and future plans and methodology. And I will be sharing my repositories also. And I have to tell you that I have used my contacts connections help to convert my this repo project into a AWS EC2 instance, because render service become inactive after 15 minutes of idle. So I asked my connection to please convert it into a Amazon EC2 instance, so it will always be active but it do not have its DNS. I'll be sharing all of that information in the latest blog. I'll also add it in the description. So this was the project where I've incorporated my machine learning skills, and in future there will be many more such projects to come. Please try out my project. I'll be seeing your ID and name in my database, Superbase database. Thank you for your time and patience. Thank you.